So, is the Claas DLC really worth it? You may be wondering. Join me, will you? And we'll find out for ourselves. Hello and welcome to Farming Simulator 2019 with me, Kevin Sawyer. This is a bit of a DLC review. For you guys that have yet to purchase this and are thinking, do I purchase this, do I not purchase this? This is my own personal thoughts on this. Some people may have other personal thoughts or opinions, and they're in their right to have those opinions. But these are my own personal opinions on this DLC. This is what I quote and unquote Platinum quote Claas DLC unquote. Right, you might be wondering, is it worth buying? Right, this is my personal opinion. Right, I'm going to try and cover as much as I can in this showcase. Please do forgive me if I miss bits. It's late, I've just finished work, I'm tired. Please bear that in mind. Right, okay, let's cover. Most of you long-time subscribers are probably going to already know where I'm going with this, but here we go anyway. Right, it's probably easier, let me just come out, to go into the class section, because then you're going to see pretty much everything that's involved. That's if you haven't already got some mods already involved, like the Dominator here, which I've got, and this one here, which I've got, and that's part of the Claas Dominator mod, I believe. Don't quote me on that. That's part of the bonus DLC. If you pre-ordered it, you get it that as well, and I think you get, if memory serves me right, you get, where's the combine's gone? I think it's this, but don't quote me on that, I could be wrong. I think it's that larger combine. I think it's that one as the standard one, and then the bonus one you get that one as well. But again, don't quote me, I might misconstrue that. Let's start off with the tractors, because that's all the toys that you'd like. I'm just going to lease it stand. Oh, actually, I'm going to try and cover what you can. So, what you get. So you get the old, Nokian tires, and then the trailer borg, and that's it. And the trailer borg options, you get wheel weights, wide tires, wheel weights, narrow tires of, well, twin rear narrow tires, standard fronts, and it goes back to standard. Design, you can actually have them the panoramic view on the top, which I quite like. I like that idea. Gives you front loader work. It'll make a lot easier. I'm playing this on PC. For you people that are playing on console, I know for the console players there's a slot count, but I can't explain how that all works. Sorry, I don't play this on console. And a standard roof, panoramic. Engine setup. For the most, actually, let's go from the standard. Next, and back to standard again. And if you scroll down, you get an option for front loader attachment, and it only gives you the one option for the front loader attachment. You can either have it on, or you can not have it on. You can take it off. Right. Let's actually lease that. Sorry, I meant to lease that. Lease it just as is. Jump in. Back in the game. And let's take a look at it. As you would expect for Giants from now, the graphics or the detail of pretty much this and everything is going to be pretty good. If Giants have missed anything, then they would have picked that up in the early stages of making this DLC. Sure of Claas would have picked up on anything that it would have missed, and they want to try and showcase this DLC as much as they can, as well as trying to potentially win future licenses to use this in future games. Let's jump in and do the interior. As you can see, looks pretty authentic to me. I'm not a tractor expert, so I could be missing things here, but it does look like what you'd expect to find in one of these bad boys. The pedals, that's far up so you guys can hear what it sounds like. Pedals do work, and the selector does work as well. If I zoom in, you guys can see the dashboard working. Right, now, for you guys that may be interested, what I'm going to do, I'll try and edit a lot of this out, if I can, in the next couple of vehicles, but what I'm going to do is add some wear onto this and add dirt. Right, add wear amount 1. Right, that should jump out of this. Nope. Jump out. So that's how. Let's jump back in. That should be now completely at its base minimum. Let's jump out and have a look to see where the wear amount occurs. As you can see, it seems to happen on the hitches and around the base of the tractor. Looks like you do get a bit of wear up on there. But it still looks like a relatively clean tractor. And when I say clean, it doesn't look overly tired. Now that's, you know, the full extent. Let's try that again. Two. So that makes it even worse. No, that is about as good as it's gonna get. I can't see it getting any worse than that. Let's add the dirt. Bang. And dirt amount. 1. Enter E. No. Let's escape. There we go, and that's what it looks like, fully dirty as well. Let's just park this over on the road and get it out of the way, because I can see us doing a lot of equipment, so I'm just going to throw it over here, just down here. That'll do. Next, Claas, and this one, lease. Sorry, gotta go back. So Trailable, Michelin, Nokian, or Nikion. Metas. Right, so the Matas, you get standard wheel weights, twin large rear, standard front, twin all round, and then standard. Trailer borg, wheel rates, wide tyres with weights, twin rear, twin all round, narrow, standard. And then engine setup, ERs, standard, that, and then back to standard again. Front load attachment, yes or no, again option. You can have it or not. Again. Oh, let's lease that. Lease just as is. And then again, details very good from what you expect from Giants. And again, cab looks very good from what you expect from this tractor. Nothing, you can't open anything or close anything or change anything, like pull that visor closed. That would be a nice touch. Mirrors again do reflect, but not necessarily where you would want to have them. Engine sound, beacons. Didn't do that with the other one, but I suspect they probably do work. Sounds slightly different to the other one. That's all pretty similar, apart from obviously the extra bits and pieces on there. Engine off. Let's add some wear on this. Add wear amount. 1. Done. Wrong button. I was meant to jump out. Right. Looks very similar actually. With reference to the other tractor. Wear amount's pretty much the same. Still looks pretty new, considering it's meant to be knackered and tired and everything else. But you do get the signs of wear and tear here, there and everywhere. Nothing oh no, I thought the seat was all torn up for a second, but that's just light. Nothing going on the inside. Let's add the dirt level. One, and then jump back out again. There we go. That's what it looks like. Filthy dirty. Let's throw that over the hull. Turn it off. And we go for that one. Which yours? Done those two. Next one. I suspect a lot of these are going to be the same, and forgive me in advance for waffling on. And it seems like broken records in the room, or broken record simulator. Trailer borg, Michelin, Mitas. That's it. Okay, so what's in the trailer borg? Standard with wheel weights, wide tyres with wheel weights, double rear, double front, pretty much similar to the other one. Michelin, standard, again wide wheel weights, very similar. And then engines look like slightly different variations of what we had before. Let's lease that just as is. Okay. Jump in it. Let's just a quick look around so you guys can have a look at it. Again, details from what you expect from slightly different since between this tractor and the other tractors. But as for everything else, looks pretty much the similar. Dashboard again looks similar. In cab again looks similar. There is no sunroof on this. None of the doors open or close. Let's add the wear. No, it's not what I wanted. Dirt mount, wear mount 1. And tab out. And get out. Let's double check. Yep, that's completely knackered. That's what would happen if you wear it out to nothing. Again, looks very similar to what's going on with the others. The bottom's pretty worn, but the rest of it, like the wheels and the upper cab, looks pretty clean to me. There's no like scratches or dings or paint fading or anything. Which is, again, hate to use that term, not immersive enough. Well, actually, I prefer that term, not immersive. Not immersive enough at all. Let's put some dirt on it. Add dirt amount 1. And then tab out. Get out. And there we go. Full of dirt. Filthy mucky as the tractor should be. No dirt on the windscreen, weirdly enough. Let's try dirt amount 2 just for make sure there isn't any extra dirt amounts. No, doesn't get any dirtier than that. That's as dirty as it gets. Boom boom. Right, let's throw this out of the way. Mirrors work as well, as you can see. And let's go to the next one. I suspect all of these are going to be pretty similar. So, tyre options. You've got Trailer Borg, Michelin, Mitas, standard, wheel rates. It's looking like a very familiar scene, which you would expect from being the same manufacturer. They're going to give you pretty much similar options throughout the field. It's just least it. Take a quick look at it. Looks all brand new, shiny and clean. Looks very similar again. Let's put the wear amount on it. And jump back out. Again, this looks a bit more better. There's a bit more. Looks like a bit of stone chips happening here. So it's looking a bit more like it should do if it's a bit more worn. Let's put some dirt on it. Yep. And tab out. Again, that's what it looks like dirty. See what it sounds like. Give you guys a look at the interior. Looks very similar again to the other ones. Everything all works. Everything's as it should be. Let's throw this over. Just throw it over the grass here. Just keep things clear. Next. Is this bad boy. Now, for you long-term subscribers, you remember I used to play with this exact one as a mod on both I think 2015 and 2017. But the options on this are Trailerborg, Michelin, Mitas, Trailerborg. Options: wide tyres, double twin, narrow tyres. That's unusual, narrow tyres on that one. Twin narrow? Again, that's a nice option. And then back standard. Michelin, standard wide, twin, narrow, and back standard. Mitas, standard, wide, twin wide, narrow tyres. They don't look narrow to me. They look regular but slightly smaller. And then standard. Engine setup, as you can see, that one, and that one. It does slightly change the body configuration. Look, you get slightly. This is a nice touch from Giants, admittedly, because the engine would be larger, so it needs to accommodate a larger size. Just leaves it as is. Let's have a look at it. It's a tall beastie. I wonder if this is a pivot steer. It looks like a pivot steer. I could be wrong. Does it have options to twist or anything? Let's bring them up. Does have steering mode. So this is potentially a four-wheel steer. Let's just jump out. Yeah, it's a four-wheel steer. So you can change it from crab mode. Horn. Truck horn. That looks like that could rotate. I don't see why you want to rotate that. All-wheel steering. I'm just looking through this. No, I don't think you can rotate it. It looks like you can, but you can't. Oh, hang on. Left control B. You can. I just spotted it. Left control and B. So you can change the rotation, the steering angle. So that's if you want to use it this way, you can. Left control B. I thought it did. It looked like it could rotate. And that's what it looks like from inside the cab. Should steer on a sixpence. It's on four-wheel steer. Change steering mode. How do you toggle steering mode? Is left control and V. Let's have a look quickly. Jump back out. So that looks like that's all wheel again. No, that's it. You can only toggle. It is left control. Left control. Yeah. And V. Oh, hang on. Left control and Y. Right, that's front wheel steer. Left control Y. That's rear wheel steer. And then that looks like it crabs. Grabs the other way, and then that looks like it's back to all-wheel steer again. Yep. Let's add some dirt, shall we? Check the wear amount first. Add dirt amount. Add wear amount 1. Jumping out. Keep forgetting to do that. Jumping out. Again, Still looks very new. Looks like it's been used, but still looks a bit too shiny and new, if you ask me. There's no wear on the rims. Tyres, you would expect them not to be worn looking, but let's add some dirt, shall we? Yeah. Let's have a quick look outside. Let's tab out this. There you go. Looks worn and dirty. Again, the dash looks slightly different from what you expect from this series of tractor, I suspect. There is actually at least some dirt on the window on this one, unlike the other cabs. If we jump out, these here, no dirt at all. No dirt at all. What about this? Whoa. Yeah, no dirt at all. This disappointing, if you ask me, because you would get some mud on there. Right, next one. Okay, so let's lease out some. Well, I'll lease out one weight because I just want to. I can see it's dragging on already, and I want to try and cut this down as far as I can. So you got two options: that weight there, and lease. Let's have a look at it. I could put it on a. I will put it on a tractor or something and see what the worn state is. Let's jump into this and see if that works that way. Our beacons, as I didn't show them, and lights. Click that. See if we can get it to be in a worn state. Worn and dirty. Add dirt amount 3, yep. And add wear amount. There you go. Looks pretty worn to me. Throw this over here again. We need something like this, or any of those I do. Throw it out. Next, I won't cover the next weight because it's probably going to be very similar to the first weight. That weight again, you do have that ability. I won't cover it again because of worn state. It does. It's a weight. It's going to look worn. Next one, front loader attachment. Now that I will cover, the least of this one. Lease. Right. Hook it up. Does what it's supposed to do. Tilts. Let's add some dirt and some wear. No, wrong button. Wear amount 1. That doesn't look any more worn to me. Just make sure that is selected. No, it does. Looking up close, does have some wear and patina on it. Dirt. Does have dirt on it as well. Right, let's throw them over there. Keep them out of the way. Shut that off because that's running. Next. I suspect this one's going to be very similar. It's going to work in aspects to that, so I'll skip that. Lawnmower. Let's lease that out. And let's grab this any tractor or loot. Again, I apologise if it is going on long, but I'm trying to cover this all for you guys that are still not aware. So it folds. Can't use it while it's folded. Let's quickly test if it will work on grass. I'm going to have to drive over here to find that out. Probably the wrong sort of tractor to be using on this, but this should be my land. Yep, does what it's supposed to do, cuts grass. Don't own this land, I don't care. Right, let's put some patina and some age to this tractor. This. So, tab. Add wear amount. Let's jump out and see if it's actually done anything. Exit vehicle. I don't see a great deal of wear on that, do you, peeps? It still looks fairly new. The blade, let's fold it up. It might be just because the blades get worn. The top stones. Yeah, so looks like there is some wear on the blades, and the underside of it looks a bit worn. The top side of it still looks fairly good. You'd expect sort of like stone chips again, or wearing in the paint. Let's put some dirt on it. That's what it looks like, dirty. Does the PTO spin? Let's quickly come out of this. I've got to unfold it first. Those two don't. You see that one's vibrating. If I jump out, that one is moving, but these two ain't. Well, I can't see them moving. Can you? Apart from where I'm moving. No, I can't see them rotating or anything. Right, let's throw this again anywhere I do. Park this over here, time being. Right, next. The back mowers, I could have done them both at the same time. Again, just grab this. Just to ease. Probably too small a tractor to be using, but hey ho. Just for oh yeah, okay. Was too small a tractor to be using. Throw that over there. Try the bigger tractor then. Right, unfold it. So you guys can have a look at them. Again, detail's very nice. I like the trim level there, or the cut level there. That looks pretty good. Curtains do look good again. Folding animation, pretty good. We'll just drive over to my side of the farm. Oh, it folds out as well, it's pretty cool. It does cut. Looks like it cuts. It's cutting on one side. And it's cutting both. Just because I'm on a hill. Right. Right, let's put some wear on it. Jump out. Do it. Keep forgetting to hit that key. Jump out. This looks a bit better. Does look like there is some wear marks. Yeah, in the paint. There are some wear marks in there. Can I crouch? No, I cannot crouch. Oh, hang on. I can crouch. The blades do... Oh, it's a bit... The blades do look worn to me as well. So they have done a good job of making that look more aged than the front of that one. Just gonna have a quick look at the front one. Again, that looks a bit tired, but it's tired around the edges, but it's not a great deal. Right. I know they're going to have to use some, what I deem as artistic license in order to win the actual license to use Claas. But just one of the things I'm sort of already leaning towards, they should have been already in the base game. It's been asked for many, many years, since 2011. I know within some of the forums, the SCS forums, a lot of gamers that play this, especially the more German, European, that sort of side of Europe, have been asking for Claas for a long time. A bit like where the Brits and this side of the pond have been asking for John Deere for a long time. But I digress. Let's move on. Okay, so is this a front loader? Looks like a little mini front loader to me. Twin fronts and standard. That's the only options you get. No, I don't want to buy it. I just want to lease it. Looks like a really small skid steer. Or a really small telehandler. Well, not even that. It could even be just a really small wheel loader. The only way to find out is by... It doesn't actually have their own wheel loaders. So I'm going to have to just go to there and... I think that's that one. Yeah. So that is a front loader. It's not a wheel loader, it's a front loader. Which is quite unusual, because normally a front loader would be... You'd just use a tractor. Unless of course you just wanted to use one of these. Again, choice is yours. Interior. It's a pivot steer. So bear that in mind. Some people don't like pivot steers. but it is like a baby front wheel loader. Again, interiors from what you'd expect from Giants. Your head clashes into the seat a little bit, which is a bit disconcerting. That might not happen so much with Check IR, but again, let's add some. Let's come out. Let's actually just add it while we're sitting in the cab. Wear them out. 1, 10. Jump out. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. Again, at least it has that bit of wear mark to it, but it still looks fairly new. Let's add some dirt. And that's what it looks like dirty. Arm works pretty well. Yep. Beacons work. Lights will work. I'm more scratched into a tractor. Throw it over here. Let's get it out of the way. Jump back out. Next. Go back to Claas. Done the weights, mowers. That looks like the first of the potentially the wheel loaders. And you do get options of tyres of that. You get Metas, Trailerborg, Nukian. Trailerborg, you get twin front. That you don't get none. That you get no options. Lease. Again, details very good. What you expect from Giants. Jump in. Again, internal details look very good. Does the joystick work? It does, to a fashion. Right, let's add some wear. Add dirt amount, add wear amount on. And then get out. That's it. Yeah. Again, it still looks like it's new. This looks like it's been used for about a few weeks rather than a few years. But anyway, I digress. Let's put some dirt on it. Let's just double check the wear amount doesn't change with levels, so I'm going to go 3. I don't think it will. Exit. No, it still looks fairly similar. Just the hitches and that. Dirt again does look good. Looks dirt is appropriate for its level of dirt. Let's throw it over here. This is why I never do tractor reviews, because I'm too finicky with them. Next is the telehandler. Alright, is that one? Trailer Borg. Looks like Trailer Borg's the only one with changeable tyres. You got wide tyres, are standard, and that is it. Lease. Okay. No engine options that either. Yeah, looks like a nice looking telehandler. It gives you a bit of extra options if you fed up the standard 2 game options, but yeah, in cab looks pretty good as well, given what you'd expect from a telehandler. Sounds very similar to the in-game stuff, slight different engine tone, but very similar. Boom lifts up. That does that. I think it's, which one is it? It's send. I think it's shift. Control. Not shift. No. Okay, I forget what one it was to extend the boom, so I'll do it. Yeah, boom goes out nicely. Bring it back down to ground. Engine off. Let's add some wear, shall we? Yeah, we need that. I need that. Add wear amount 3. Jump out. Again, still looks a bit too clean, if you ask me. Looks like it's been used, don't get me wrong, but it still looks a bit too clean. When I say clean, I mean doesn't look like it's faded, the paint's faded. You know what I mean. Let's add some dirt amount, shall we? Dirt amount level 3. And a tab out. Get out. Yeah, that's feasible. They have forgotten to put at least an element of dirt on this on this main boom here. You would get dirt on here. It'd probably be covered in grease, or it'd be mixed with grease, so it'd be like a sludgy, horrible kind of stuff, like you'd get on grease once it comes into contact with dirt. But I'm just going to throw this over here, play a big game of javelin. The cab looks fairly good, dirty. Windows look a bit too clean though. Throw that over there. Next. That's it. Looks right. So we have telehandler. Now this looks like another wheel loader, and it only has 2 types. It has the Michelin and it has 3. And that one, Trailer Borg, and Matas. Again, personal preference, but you can't change the type. Lease. Oh, did I lease that? I don't know if I did. Try that again. Lease. Okay. So it's bigger brother. Again, looks fairly good. From what you expect from giants. There is one nice thing about this one I noticed earlier, and I may have not covered it in all of them, but I noticed this when I looked at this earlier. At least it's got that nice animation of that engine fan turning. That's a good touch. Some of them might have that. Let's have a look at this one quickly. Oh, I can't see anything. Doesn't mean it's not there, it just means I can't see it. Right, anyway. Whoops. Jump back in. Let's add the wear amount, shall we? Add wear. Now that doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad at all. Dirt is where it should be. Let's jump out and have a closer look. So the wear is where it should be on the steps. Still looks a bit too clean and new on the top though. If you look at me, ask me, like this exhaust here. I can't even get up there. Yeah. Yeah, again, that exhaust doesn't look genuine to me. Looks like something out of a boat. It sounds like. Steers okay, as you expect from wheel loader. Boom lifts up. Does exactly what a wheel loader does. Stings. Right, let's add some dirt, shall we? Wow, that doesn't look too bad. I'm quite impressed. That does look like it's generally been sat in a river somewhere. How about the windows? Windows look too clean. You would have smear. Actually, I tell a lie. There are smears on here, so that actually isn't too bad. That's not too bad at all. Controls look okay. Wheel spins okay. Don't know if that works. Yep, that works. Jump out. Next. I won't bring the. Actually, I'm going to bring one of these balers out and only one, and show you the wear amount because I can see it's dragging on. You got two types of tyre. This is the wrapping version, and that's the square version. Again, two types of tyre. Lease. Alright, let's just jump in the tractor. Again, details look okay. What you expect from giants. Let's add some wear. And jump back out again. Again, doesn't look too bad. Could be better. Could be a lot better. Still looks a bit too shiny if you'll ask me. Let's just ask me. Let's put some dirt on it, shall we? There we go. Yep. Nice dirt textures there. Let's just dump it over here. Next. I won't cover the other baler because I think it's going to be pretty similar. That's my mod, that's my mod, that's my mod. Now, if you pre-ordered this, you already know about this one, but you get this one as well, which is very similar to that other one. In fact, it looks pretty similar. Just got a weird camouflage kind of thing going on. Cowl kind of thing going on. I can't sort of decide if that's ship camouflage they've put on that. Battleship camouflage, that is. Or the old medical ships, as they used to do back in the war. Because that looks like that dazzle kind of like camouflage you used to get. Or whether it's trying to be a cow. I don't know. I'll skip that. Looks like a sort of header trailer. I won't bring this out again. It's the header trailer. I'll move on to these. These are just... That's a loading wagon. Obviously, I'll show you that. I won't bring it out, but I'll show you what it looks like. Standard tyres, Trelleborg or Michelin, and then you got standard, wide, standard wide. These are just regular grain. Well, these look more like chaff wagons to me because they don't have the regular grain. So yeah, I'd say they're more for chaff or grass or stuff like that. They're not a standard grain. I'll show what you get on one of these. So again, Michelin, standard, Trelleborg, only one type. That's probably going to be very similar. Yeah, identical. Right, next. Again, that's a header trailer. Headers, non-customizable. Header trailer, next header. I might just lease that just so you guys can see the effect. And I might just lease that just so you can see the effect. And let's lease, I think this is the bigger one, which is, that's the smaller one, isn't it? It's that one, that's the one that's the bonus one, if memory serves me right, I think. Oh, that comes with different tyres. Michelin, Mitas, or Trelleborg. No options on wide width. We've covered more. That's a mower, isn't it? I think. It's either a mower or it's for chaffing, maybe. Yeah, it's all for chaff work. And I forget whether these are bonus or not. They've got different rear tyres. No changing in the tyres itself. Pipe, you can have long pipe, standard or long. Oops, sorry if I hit the mic. I will lease one. And that, you get Mitas, Trelleborg, Michelin, standard, Wide. 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 Yeah, pretty much all the same. Engine configurations, obviously different engine configurations. Pipe standard long, extra long, lease. Oops. I think that's it. Let's just lease a couple of those different type of headers out for those then. Lease and lease. Right, let's have a look at the combines. Looks pretty good, as you would expect from Giants. The tracks still look a bit too plasticky, if you ask me. Do look a bit too plasticky. Doesn't have any beacons, I don't think. Well, it does have some beacons up front. What happens when you unfold it? Pretty cool. It's like something out of James Bond, the way that screw comes out the top there. Let's go hook it up. Let's fire it up so you guys can see it twisting and working. Let's jump out. So you guys can get a closer look. Right. Cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. Right. Beacons back off. Lights obviously will work. Oh, that's quite a good, nice set of lights in the front there. That's a nice touch. I like that. Let's add some wear, shall we? Let's bring that back off. Jump out. Again, it looks a bit too good, if you ask me, because a lot of the paint would be worn from the screws. A lot of the paint would be worn from the screws. The tines aren't even worn away either. I find that disappointing. I'll just double check there's not any greater level. No, that should be more or less knackered. Worn right out. Combine, again, jump out. Does look like it's been used. Again, but it just doesn't look tired. No, at least the rims look like they've been used and they're worn out. Again, it still looks a bit too clean, if you know what I mean. Right. Let's jump in it and put some dirt on it, shall we? Add wear amount. Add dirt amount, level 3. And tab out. And out. Now that doesn't look too bad. That doesn't look too bad at all. Turn it off. Interior doesn't look too bad. Sorry, as it glitches up. This is what you'd expect from giants. Grain window. Jump out. Right, let's go and look at the forager stuff. That's the smaller combine. There's that smaller head. That there. That looks like it there. Right. Unfold says me. I like that. I like the way that that does that. It kind of dances forward. Let's kind of have a look at that again. See? That's pretty cool. I like that. That's quite a nice touch. 3G for the win. Unfold this. Fire it up. Just jump out. Again, details are pretty good, as you would expect from giants. Again, that all looks pretty good. Right, let's put some wear on it, shall we? Now that is beginning. Let's have a quick look at that. Feed that down. Let's get out. That is more like it. That's exactly what I expect that to look like. But it isn't. That's exactly what I expected that to look like. The paint's beginning to wear off the screws and off of these. That's exactly what I'd expect it to look like. Again, the underside's not bad, and there's some sort of like chipping here, there, and everywhere, but it still looks a bit too new, if you know what I mean. Not worn out and tired. Let's put some dirt on it. Bonk. There we go. Let's jump back out again. Again, not too bad a job. That's what I'd expect it to look like once it's been working for a while. What about the windows? Are the windows mucky? Yes, they are. Interior doesn't look too bad either. Inside. Turn it off. Right, let's jump in the forage harvesters next. One of these. Again, inside. Not too bad. Weird looking, sort of padded seat at the back. Beacons. Where's the headers for this thing? I'm sure I released them. Where are you? They're hiding somewhere. I see them over there, I think. Move that combine out of the way. Let's grab one at random, unfold it. beat. Oh, pipe out. Unfold. That was unfolded. You can't unfold it more than that. There you go. Wasn't obviously all the way unfolded. Again, does look a bit plasticky. The details are good, are sharp. Again, that's as you would expect, a killing machine. Blah, 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 blah. I like the way it folds and unfolds, that's pretty cool. It's like something out of War of the Worlds. Right, let's add some wear, shall we? Again, not too bad, not great, not bad. Let's turn the combine off. There is a bit of wear here, there and everywhere, but it still looks a bit too clean, a bit too new. Let's put some mud on it. There we go. Not bad. Actually, it does make it look a lot better. Some mud on it. Does make it look a lot more used. It's like a back end of a bus, this end. Right, coach. Fold it up. It does look like something out like, it looks like kind of a praying mantis or something out of the War of the Worlds. Throw it over here. Let's grab the other one. Again, interior looks fairly good. Need beacons? It does. Unfold it. And pipe out as well. Wait till it's finished unfolding before I can turn it on. Is that finished? There we go. Again, as you would expect from giants. Blah, 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 blah. Let's put some wear on it, shall we? Okay. About the same as the other one. A bit more around the wheel arches again. Looks a bit more immersive, a bit more genuine. Throw that over there. I think that was includes everything in the box. I don't think we put any mud on it though. Let's put some mud on it, shall we? There we go. before you guys jump up and down. You didn't show us it muddy. There we go. Nice and muddy for you. Right. Couldn't resist that. I think that more or less concludes it. Let's have a look. Ski, back in class. Yeah. That more or less concludes everything you get in this DLC. Now, for my personal thoughts, is it worth it? If you're on a if you're on a console, then yeah, you're going to be limited unless something comes out that's similar on the mod hub. But I suspect Giants are going to be watching out for anything that's too good, and they probably refuse it to go on there purely because they don't want to be outdone by modders on that aspect. So if you're just playing console only, I'd hold off and wait for it. And you're thinking about buying this game, maybe buying the game for the first time. Then if you're buying the game for the first time, you've never played this, then yes, and you're playing it on console, probably is well worth it. It gives you a bit of extra stuff to play with. If you've already got it in console and you're thinking, shall I buy the update? I don't know how consoles work. I don't know if it's similar to the PC, whether you have to buy a new disc or what, or whether you can buy it as an extra DLC. Again, I don't know how that works. Someone would have to leave a comment down below. If it means you having to buy a complete new game, I'd say don't go for that. Don't go do it. It's not worth it. Just wait for a mod to appear on the mod hub. If you can download it, then it's in for the win. You know it's going to be compatible with the game, and you're not going to get too many issues because they're going to obviously optimize it to work with the console, where a mod may not work so well with the console. If you're playing this on PC, however, that's where the ball game changes. Would I recommend it to buy it? Do I think it's value for money? As things stand at present time, at the present price point, it is no. If it was on a good sale for less than 12 quid, then it's 50-50. I would say still look around, see if you can find the mods, because I suspect a lot of these mods have been pinched along the lines from 2015, 2017. They've probably pinched a lot of these mods from modders that made them and just tarted them up a bit to make them look better, and then thrown them into the DLC. I could be wrong, but that is my impression. I personally would wait for a Steam sale. Like I say, if you really want to get it, then wait for a Steam sale. Get it for the best you can potentially get it for. If you don't have the budget, again, go and look for some mods. There's plenty out there. I won't put any on the description down below. Go and look. Just find out what is in the DLC. Put in a search for FS19 mods for that particular machine or that particular bit of equipment. You're more than likely going to find it. It might not be, it may be better, it may be worse than the Giants quality, but it's free. So you don't have to pay for it. And if you feel like you want to give if you think it's something special and the modder deserves something, then give the modder some money. If they've got a donation page, give them some money. If you think my advice is good and you think I've saved you some money and you want to donate to the channel, please feel free to donate to my tips channel. Either way works. But that is my personal opinion. I would wait for a Steam sale for under 12 quid if you must have this DLC. If you can't wait for it, then I can't persuade you either way. Download the mods, look for the mods. If you can't do that, then buy the DLC. But I'll leave it at that. I've waffled on long enough. Hope you guys and girls enjoyed the showcase of this. If you did, again, guys and girls, please feel free to like. If you didn't like this for any reason, again, probably waffled on way too long, any reason at all, please feel free to dislike. I'd like 10 likes on this, so then I can proceed with the next video on Farming Simulator. That's my goal, 10 likes please. So if you want to see more, again, 10 likes. If you know anyone else that may also enjoy watching this, guys and girls, please feel free to share. Helps me out a lot, and I don't mind you sharing. And if you're new to my channel and see future episodes of this or anything else I'm working on, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notifications bell, so then you're aware as soon as I upload a new video. I'll see you in the next one. Ta-ta for now.